Peace and blessings. This is Raina from Seed of the Moon. I just wanted to give an overview of the upcoming events that we're going to have on Monday, the 18th at 7 p.m. The event is going to be 3 sacred activations addressing the release of resistance. And it's going to be diabetes awareness. Now, in order for you to benefit from this, you don't have to have diabetes. What I'm going to be doing is relating to the symbolism or the message that diabetes is giving us in this physical manifestation, what it represents, and the mindset that it reflects, the behaviors that it reflects, okay? So generally, I write up a great detail of things explaining the events, but a lot of people have been coming to me asking me questions because now I realize that a lot of people don't read the material that I put out there because we don't have time. A lot of people are at work and things. So I thought that I would make the video this way you could visually see it, you could hear it, and maybe listen to it in your headphones while you're in the car or whatever, you know. So let me tell you a little bit about the event. Basically, every emanation of light, combination of molecules, vibration, and frequency of sound is a physical representation of a principle that is manifesting or being expressed in our reality. So everything that is expressed here is all for our benefit or for our knowledge so that we can learn a lesson, so we can have an experience. So the very fact that something is manifesting into your tangible existence and has not remained unseen means that its subtle presence had not been enough for you to recognize whatever the message was being conveyed to you. So it had to become more pronounced in your reality, like hollering over whispering, or a push over a gentle poke, an abrupt awakening over a gentle shake. So think about how your experience are being pronounced in our reality. So many of us, we bask in experiences that are unpleasant. We shrill in pain with comments about like, why me, and why is my enemy always looking for me? But be it a physical or a metaphysical enemy, it's your devil. So I'm going to give us physical ownership over our devil because it's a manifestation of our choices, whether they be conscious or unconscious. So let's talk about what is type 2 diabetes. And I'm specifically talking about type 2 because that is what I was diagnosed with. And that is what I am reversing now. And it was a deep message there for me. Type 2 diabetes, according to the American Diabetic Association, occurs when the body is not properly using insulin. They call type 2 diabetes insulin resistant. So insulin is a hormone that's produced for your metabolism. And metabolism is the process of the body's production, its maintenance, and destruction of substance inside of the body that is used to create energy. So either the body is producing the substance or it's the substance coming from outside of the body and the insulin is helping to change it into energy. So anything that is on a cellular level happening is an inward expression of what's happening in our functions in life on the outside, like the microcosm and the macrocosm, okay? So this metabolic imbalance is a reflection of how one might choose to regulate their interactions in life, how we take things in, how we process them and keep up with the flow of life, and how we participate in the stream of life. You kind of get where I'm coming from? So if you feel like you're in the need to control stuff to a point where you become rigid and stiff in your applications, that's a sign of resistance. Resistance is defined as refusal to accept something new or different, an effort made to stop or fight against something or someone, or the ability to prevent something from having an effect. Now, diabetics may have exhibited this behavior in their life so much that it manifested on a cellular level. That's what I believe. Unfortunately, this is inherited also. So this may be imprinted in your genes as diabetes is passed on, meaning that your ancestors may have also exhibited these behaviors of resistance. Now that you've activated this program on a cellular level, or maybe you haven't, but we need to address some resistance and acceptance issues, cells are rejecting a hormone that is created to control the way that you process and distribute energy and how the cells grow. So basically, this is a resistance to control and a resistance to growth. Because if you can't accept things, you're not going to get past it to evolve. So, if your stubbornness has stagnated you in any way, I'm talking to you. Does everything have to always go your way or no way at all? And if this is a truth with you, how far has your way gotten you, your family, and your community? Don't be hard on yourself, because everything happens to us to get our attention. Because if we're not aware of things, we're just going to go about life reacting unconsciously and not really living and choosing proactively our experiences. If we're choosing proactively, we're creating things consciously. So let us take this opportunity to be proactive and make a shift towards acceptance and being more flexible. So Monday I'm going to talk about resistance and patience, the flow of life and going with it. I'm going to give tips on counting carbohydrates. I'm going to teach or kind of remind us about what the difference is in the value between getting an instant gratification compared to long-term satisfaction. How diabetes affects our bodies and our body system, and like the basic profile of someone that is more likely to get diabetes than someone else, and also the difference between what a treatment is and a lifestyle changes. So I'm going to be doing 3 sacred activations, and sacred activations I received from Tamara Overhead. I learned the 27 foundational activations. I haven't gone past there, but I'm going to be working with, and you can look on my website, www.seatofthemoon.tk, and look on the first page. There's a little purple star with a gold sun around it that says SA. Under that, there's a link that says foundational activations, and you can read about them. So the sacred activations, in Psalms 139:16, it says, "Thine eyes did see my substance, yet being unperfect, and in thy book all my members were written, which in continents were fashioned, when as yet there was none of them." The Creator's book in Hebrew translates to like a book or a scroll in which there are prophecies, because all is written. The messages were preserved for future use. DNA is a molecular book or a message that's being preserved for future use. A molecular encoding of genetic instructions used in our development and our functioning, and it's present in all known living organisms. So the key word here is development. So this is like evolution, So there are potentials and possibilities, infinite ones, that were set forth before anything was even formed. It's like a divine blueprint. So the sacred activations help to turn on this next phase of evolution. It's like opening up a book, leaving no page unturned, reprogramming, because as we're creating, we're rewriting our programs. So these activations awaken the codes in the DNA, aligning us with our divine blueprints, the planetary blueprint, and the planetary evolution. Is unplugging us from these various group conscious programs that we created out of fear, that we're just kind of operating on, in lieu of our soul's purpose, our soul's blueprint. So the activations clear out these belief systems and emotions that don't resonate with our higher purpose and intention of the activation. So you'll find that you start feeling better, more in line with your truth, your personal power, and the energy will integrate over a period of time. Some of them weeks, some of them days, okay? So I'm going to be doing number 9. You can look at, I'm giving you numbers because it's the 9th one on my website. And it's called the Creator's Truth. And the Creator's Truth is basically an activation and a deactivation. There's like I said, we've been created in fear. Some people know this information and they've kind of given out misinformation to keep us under an illusion so that we're working for their soul's purpose or their personal gain, and we're not tapping into our inner truth. So we know that it's not in alignment with us because it brings a level of discomfort, but we're reacting in fear. So we created this grid of fear, the unseen grid. We're all connected to like a field of energy, just like a vein system, like how your veins connect to arteries and your arteries connect to the tissues and the organs and stuff. So this grid surrounds the earth, it surrounds all of us, and it picks up this group consciousness. The Creator's Truth removes you from this fear and plugs you into the fifth dimensional grid system that is now in place, and beyond that if you're ready to experience beyond that, because you can consciously keep listening to this. It's like exercising your consciousness. So you'll experience truth so that you could be in your own power and no longer controlled by this group consciousness of fear. Okay? So the next activation that I'm going to do is called the collective cultural wound. Okay? And this is a deep, hidden type of fear with roots that are anchored in a collective psyche of several generations and in your ancestral line. And this is linked by people that share the same value systems, beliefs, believe in the same limitations, have similar behaviors, have had similar experiences, attitudes, and roles in life. So it could be karmic also. And it's an invisible collective program, and it's kind of locked into your ancestral memory. So you maybe have been working with yourself and you just can't seem to, like, you're just scratching the surface. That's because this is a passed down, inherited thought process or behavior. It's also maybe in the morphogenetic fields around people that share your soul group or you resonate on the same frequency. So this can have you enslaved mentally, emotionally, physically, and it causes spiritual disturbances. And in the origins are usually difficult to detect, like I said, and resolve because they go on a deeper generational type, bigger picture. So this creates a feeling that you have to suffer, that you got to struggle to survive. And these are all, like, a lot of healers have these marks within them. And this creates resistance also because you feel like life has to be hard. So when somebody tells you there's an easy way, you resist it. No, it's supposed to be like this. We've been struggling for years. I got to work hard to get to where I'm at. That kind of mindset. So we'll be working to remove that. And then the last one I'm going to do is the addiction redirection. And it's basically addressing addictive personality. It helps with all kinds of addictions, hoarding, fear, self-sacrifice, drama, sex, drugs, resistance, whatever it is that you feel like you're addicted to, because you could be addicted to resisting things, just going against the grain, being hard-headed. That's part of my personality. So these are the 3 activations that I'm going to be doing, and I explained to you about the activations. This is going to be Monday, the 18th, 7 p.m., and you can look on my website. If you have any questions, you can Facebook me, either at my personal page, which is Blue Ray Arcturian, ARCTURIAN, or you could go on my Seat of the Moon page on Facebook, Seat of the Moon. You can email me, guruwannabe@gmail.com, and that's GURUWANNA and the letter B @gmail.com. And I just wanted to explain things to you. And I look forward to seeing you. The event is free. I do accept love offerings. You can go on my page and give me a love offering. And if you have any additional questions, please reach out to me. And I hope that you have a wonderful weekend and the rest of your week. Peace and blessings.